Na vile leo tumepata Babu Owino, najua pia tumepata a new partner kuhakikisha ya kwamba maneno mengi tumeweza kubadilisha. Mheshimiwa Babu Owino, ninapokualika hapa naomba unijibu tu. Manatibim na tialala ni nini? Ama nyinyi mnajua maana yake? Si atuambie. Mimi nasikia sijui tibim, mara tialala, mara hira, ria. Were, haya. Kwa heshima na taadhima naomba our comrade number 1, kiongozi shupavu, Mheshimiwa Babu Owino. Karibu sana kiongozi.
Mheshimiwa, asante. Asante sana mheshimiwa. Tukae tafadhali. Asanteni sana. God is good and all the time. Assalamu alaikum. Comrades Ria, comrades Ra, comrades Tibim, comrades Tialala, warembo wa mama mwe. Sasa Kopolo, we ni mama unapiga mwe. Asanteni sana. Thank you very much, comrades. I'm so happy to be here today, this 15th day of March 2025. I'm happy to address my fellow comrades. I'm happy to address all the teachers from the Coast region. I take this opportunity to recognize the teachers from Kilifi County, teachers from Tana River County, teachers from Mombasa County, and teachers across the country. All the teachers are all comrades. And during our tenure, Fikirini will tell you, Obondo will tell you, Beast will tell you, other student leaders who are here will tell you, and you will tell yourselves because you are there. We used to say that in the comradeship constitution, rule number 1, a comrade is always right. Rule number 2, a comrade is never wrong. Rule number 3, if rule number 2 fails to apply, refer to rule number 1, which states that a comrade is always right. Thank you so much. Mheshimiwa Amina Mnyanzi, I'm so happy you've made me come back to Malindi constituency. We were with Mheshimiwa during the presidential campaign when we wanted Baba Raila Amolo Odinga to be the president of the Republic of Kenya. Na leo tena nimerudi hapa siku hii na nina furaha sana mheshimiwa. The work that you are doing in Malindi constituency is amazing. I've witnessed today, mheshimiwa, as we speak, most of his constituents are being given foodstuffs at Tawid Girls. Ain't that a good work? Mheshimiwa, you are doing an amazing work. Within Parliament, Mheshimiwa is very active, contributing to bills, contributing to motions. Mheshimiwa is knocking doors day in, day out, working in various departments, various parastatals, talking to directors general to ensure that service is brought to Malindi constituency. Siyo ni kazi nzuri jamani? Huyu mheshimiwa jinsi vile nyuso yake ina urembo, hivyo ndivyo roho yake iko. Roho pia ni mrembo. Kwa hivyo ninawaomba wale wa Malindi constituency, fanyeni kazi chini ya mtafanya kazi chini ya mama. Naona wengine wanafikiria vibaya hapo. Ama mama afanye kazi mfanye kazi chini yake ama afanye kazi chini yenyu? Uzuri mama akiwa juu, si unasikia vizuri zaidi? Sasa mheshimiwa, watu wako wanasikia vizuri juu wanafanya kazi chini yako na unafanya kazi juu yao. Asante sana. Comrade Fikirini. This comrade ameona mengi sana. Fikirini, najua Mwenyezi Mungu ana mpango na wewe hapa mbele. Najua kutoka Masai Mara University, when Comrade Fikirini was expelled, I was the first person that he called. Nikamwambia, comrade, some of these older guys might not understand what we are fighting for. And the Vice Chancellor, after we talked with him, he refused that comrade had to be expelled. But that was not the end of the journey. You remember the story of Joseph in the Bible? When Joseph was sold by his brothers, after dreaming that he would lead over his brothers. But where he was being sold, that is where Joseph was going to fulfill his dreams. But on the day that he was being sold, he knew that the world had ended. But comrade, I know that hapa mbele Allah Mwenyezi Mungu atafungua njia. To the current student leaders, the work that you are doing in the coastal region is so great. Beast, Bondo, other student leaders, together with comrades. There are so many universities who never protested when there was an increment in the university fee. When there was the introduction of the banding system, which we insisted that had to be disbanded. These comrades did an amazing work. That is the spirit of comradeship. That is the work of the Lord. And therefore, comrade, I knew that if I meet you, when I meet you, I knew that I would talk for around 3 hours. That's why I decided to restrict myself with a written speech. Because naweza ongea sana na mtoke hapa mwende State House kutafuta kasongo. Madimples. Yule ni mawama garbage. So uliona he poured his brains at Stima Plaza. Alimwaga akili yake pale. El Chapo. Mambo iko mengi. Masandio machache. Thank you, comrades, teachers, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. What a wonderful opportunity to speak to teachers today. Thank you for inviting me to this amazing occasion. A teacher affects eternity. They can never tell where their influence stops. How true that is. Since kindergarten to the university, teachers continuously impacted my life. And to date, teachers continue to shape my perspective, challenge my thinking, and impart knowledge to me. I am a living testimony of the work of teachers. And on this occasion, I want to thank you for the great job you are doing as teachers. Were it not for teachers, Babu Owino would have never moved from primary school to high school. Were it not for teachers, Babu Owino would have never moved from high school to the university. Were it not for you, teachers, Babu Owino would have never moved from the university to the floor of parliament. Therefore, I am a direct product of teachers. I know what teachers can do, and teachers have seen you directly in my life. With all this that teachers have done to this great nation, teachers are one of the people who are suffering the most in this country. Teachers have trained doctors, yet they earn little than the doctors. Teachers have trained engineers, yet they earn less than the engineers. Teachers have trained actuaries like myself and an advocate like myself, yet they earn less than us. Teachers have trained businessmen and women in this country, yet they earn less than them. Teachers have trained even thieves in this country. Yet they earn less than them. Teachers have been used, teachers have been misused, and teachers have been abused by both the employers and the government, starting from the executive headed by the president. There is no respect for teachers. Teachers earn less. BOM teachers have not even been confirmed. They are just employed by the board of management. Thousands of teachers in this country have not been employed. Up to date, teachers who graduated 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 1 year ago, have not been employed. Teachers are soon retiring before getting employment. Yet, we have an independent body that should be employing teachers annually. Teachers play a critical role in the lives of Kenyans. You are parents to the children that we sire. You spend time from 8 a.m. all the way to 6 p.m. in schools, babysitting our children, bringing up our children. Yet you are still not being given the respect that you deserve. So much disrespect to our teachers. Therefore, there are many things that teachers do. Allow me to share 3 with you today. 1, a teacher can make you or break you. I want to share a story when I was at Kisumu Boys High School. And during that period, thanks to Mr. Ondeko, who was my mathematics teacher, he used to give me an opportunity to teach maths. He was my teacher from Form 1 to Form 4. He gave me an opportunity because he believed in me, made me have passion in education, in mathematics, and taught my classmates from Form 1 to Form 4. Na kama wananiona, wananisikiza, try to dispute that, nitasema results zako venye likuwa. Teachers made me be motivated because they believed in me and they believed that I would be someone in life. My chemistry teacher, Mr. Milungu, believed in me so much. That's why I'm here, where I am today, and also taught my classmates chemistry. My accounting teacher believed in me so much. That's why I'm here today. And that's why he gave me an opportunity to teach my classmates in high school accounting as a subject. On the other hand, a teacher can break you. I also had one teacher that I will not mention for his own security purposes, because my supporters might be so annoyed. But this teacher was very cruel. The teacher was cruel at us, at me. The teacher was teaching us geography. And in Form 2, I dropped geography because of this teacher. Geography that I loved. When the teacher was teaching us different types of rocks, the sedimentary rock, the igneous rocks, and the metamorphic rocks. That is how much I loved geography. But this teacher saw me talking to my classmate and told me to stand on top of a desk. And for 45 minutes, I stood there as he was teaching us geography. From that day, I never went back to that class, and I told that teacher, hiyo geography ni yako, kaa nayo, nimekuachia. Mwalimu wa geography hapa ni wapi? Mwalimu wa geography hapa ni wapi? So a teacher can make you and a teacher can break you. I would advise our teachers who are here today, these children that we have, you love them so much. That's why you are spending your time from morning to evening to train them. That's why you are treating them like your own children. Maybe that teacher didn't know what to do as at that time. Maybe he knew that doing that would make Babu Owino more disciplined and follow what he was supposed to teach. Maybe he did not know what he was doing. Therefore, teachers, before a student can love your subject, let that student love you first. When a student loves you as a teacher, the student will work hard, will try so much, will not want to disappoint you first before they disappoint themselves. Therefore, try whatever you can do. Wacha mwanafunzi akupende, akufeel. Use all means necessary. You never know where that student will go, and that student will never forget about you. But ukiingianga kwa class na we ni mkali, umeweka sura ndimu, na mwanafunzi haelewi subject vizuri, huyo mwanafunzi atakuogopa. Akikuogopa, ataogopa hiyo subject ambayo unafundisha. And the greatest success of a teacher is not the salary that the teacher earns. It's the success of a student. The greatest success of a teacher is to see a student succeed. And in this world, whether you are a professor or you are in whichever profession or you are Kasongo today, if you meet your teacher, you become loyal to that teacher instantly. And even you teachers, if you remember your teachers from primary school to high school to university, and when you meet them today, you find yourself just being automatically loyal to that teacher. That is the impact a teacher can create in the life of a student. A teacher can comfort you, or a teacher can condemn you. A teacher has capacity to comfort you journey by sharing words of comfort, walking with you and encouraging you. But a teacher can also condemn you to the bottomless pit of failure, misery, and academic oblivion. And we say that oblivion is the entombment of the unworthy into their own dust of nothingness. So imagine where you can take a student. A teacher can see the future from the present. And when they do, they can shape, they can empower, and they can uplift an individual to higher potential. Ladies and gentlemen, the task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. And when deserts are educated, the soil of the mind become fertile and ready to produce 30-fold, produce 50-fold, and produce 100-fold. We must see potential in every child to change, innovate, and invent, because the power of education is change. Not confused innovation of a machine that can make 1 million chapatis. No. But capacity to grow and change the environment, nation, and the world. Imagine teachers, a governor asking the president to give him a machine to print chapatis, and a president responding in his wisdom or lack of the same by saying that I will give you a machine to print 1 million chapatis in a day. Huyo ni L? Huyo ni L? Najua mimi nataki kuangalia huku, but najua roho yako inasema nini. Uko na hawa wananchi. Ladies and gentlemen, education is the only thing that cannot be stolen from you. Education is the greatest equalizer, and today we can attest to that reality. That is why you are seated there and I am standing here and we are here together. Education's roots are so bitter, but the fruits are so sweet. But these are sweet, these are fruit, a tree with the sweet fruits. Why are we killing it? We are killing education. Look at our CBC teachers who are seated here. The competency-based curriculum has since become the incompetency-based curriculum, which is IBC. The CBC has failed, if you ask me. No proper infrastructure for CBC. We are using our children as control experiments. One teacher at the junior secondary school is teaching 5 to 9 learning areas, subjects, while the teachers who are seated here will tell you today that they went to the university to only learn how to teach 2 learning areas, 2 subjects. That is poor leadership, poor management. The teachers who are seated here, what time do they prepare to teach the students the following day? If they are supposed to handle 5 learning areas, you need at least 5 hours in a day. You leave your house in the morning at 8 a.m., go back at 5-6 p.m. You are in a matatu, you reach at home because of traffic jam at 7 p.m. You have family to take care of at home. Then you also need 5 hours to prepare for 5 learning areas, for 5 subjects, so that you teach the following day. Is it possible? Bwana pia ako hapo anataka. Bibi pia ako hapo. Jameni, why are we destroying education? I appeal to the President of the Republic of Kenya, the President who is a product of education, William Samoei Ruto. Were it not for education, you would have never been a President of the Republic of Kenya. Were it not for education, you would have never come to Nairobi. You would have never gone to Nairobi, to the University of Nairobi. Were it not for education, you would have never met the former President, Moi. Were it not for education, you would have never learned the tricks on how to steal, to rig votes. Therefore, respect education. In 1987, while you were at the great university, the University of Nairobi, Bwana President, you used to receive what we call boom. Boom was like a grant. You were given an opportunity to study for free at the university. Right now, you have introduced a new funding model. We come to the university, we come back to the CBC, no proper infrastructure, no enough classrooms, no enough laboratories. The ratio of teacher-student in this country presently is so wanting. This is conduct unbecoming of the leadership of this nation. Both a professional misconduct and unprofessional conduct of the President of the Republic of Kenya. Why? Because during our time, during your time as comrades, the ratio of teacher-student used to be 1:40 or 1:45. Now the ratio of teacher-student is 1:90 or 1:120 in other densely populated areas. How will a teacher impact the life of this student? It is so desirable, but not practical. If you come to the university level, you introduce a new funding model where you put students in different bands. You say that those who are rich shall pay more. But I'm reminded when I look at the law of succession, when I look at the law in this country, that the moment you attain the age of majority, you cease being the responsibility of your parent. True or false? The moment you attain the age 18 years and above, you are not your parent's responsibility. You are an adult, and therefore, it is only by the wish of the parent to educate you as his or her child. Therefore, any student attaining the age of 18 years has never been employed. Therefore, has no money. Therefore, you cannot discriminate on this student based on money matters. It is only through the law of succession that a student can be rich. Only if your parent was rich. Only if you succeeded to inherit, to get some property from your parent. But how many are they in this country for you to pay your fees? For those of us who inherited a bicycle and only our father's shirts, what will you do? Then you introduce the new funding model. And you tell us that me as the president, I studied for free. And you as a student, I want you to suffer. Je, hii ni ungwana? Walimu, hii ni ungwana? You who are seated here, teachers, you have children. Some are in universities. Some will join universities very soon. You are earning 17,000 Kenya shillings. You are earning less than 30,000 Kenya shillings. How will you educate your children in this nation? The new funding model, we are told that if you don't have money, education becomes a preserve of the rich. An opportunity that gave His Excellency the President to be where he is today. A parent has sold all the cows in the homestead. A parent has sold all the parcels of land that they have, if they have. Parents are doing odd jobs, selling mboga, washing clothes for people, selling changa like my own mother, just to get fees. A child is sent away for fees from high school, only for 9,000 for the scholars. But this parent has never and can never get that 9,000 to take this child to school. This parent has never touched 10,000 at once in a year. This child is sent for 9,000, stays at home for a whole year. Then you tell this parent that you have to pay 300,000 Kenya shillings. What are we doing? The moment the president became the president, I knew that this man would serve Kenyans because of his background. because alilelewa akiuza kuku, alilelewa akiuza mayai. What happened, Mr. President? Where did you lose it? What is happening? Then you want Babu Owino to support you. Hata uchukue kamba uingize kwa shingo, haina shida. If you do the right thing, I will support you. Today, if you make education free from primary school to high school to university, tomorrow I will support you without telling me anything. Mr. President, you must change. There's a reason why God made you the President of the Republic of Kenya. So you must change. And when you are reminded that one day you will die by being put in the coffin, you don't need to kill those people. Everybody will die. Babu Owino here will die. The question is, after you have died to everybody, what will you be remembered for? Let us do the right thing, because it is the right thing that we are supposed to do as leaders. So we agree that if you do the right thing today, Mr. President, tomorrow I will be your first supporter and I will blog for you for free if you do the right thing. Kenyans are suffering. The she and the sha. Shisha. Kenyans have smoked it. There is no more lungs to hold the smoke, and Kenyans are getting cancer as a result of shisha. So therefore, Mr. President, we will tell you whether you like it or not. And it is for this reason that I, as Babu Owino, Member of Parliament Embakasi East, together with Mheshimiwa Amina Mnyanzi, that we have strived to invest in education by building more classrooms, by issuing bursaries, by building schools, and by donating buses to make sure that the children of our constituencies acquire education and quality education. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that mediocre teachers tells. The good teachers explains. The superior teacher demonstrates. And the great teacher inspires. Let's go out there as great teachers and inspire this generation. Thank you and God bless you. Mungu awabariki. Ukiwa na swali uliza, nisitoke hapa na deni yako. On the issue of maths, I was just forgetting. Saizi tunaambiwa that mathematics is not a compulsory subject. Hata nyanya yangu ambaye ako 98 years old anajua kuhesabu pesa kwa sababu alienda akafanya hesabu. How do you make mathematics an optional subject if your intention is not bad? If your intention is to ensure that these Kenyans don't know where the money that you steal from our taxes goes to. Therefore, let us not behave like we are visitors. And lastly, to the CBC. CBC now is providing an opportunity for our children to grow physically, not mentally. It is the only institution where a student has dropped out of school, yet they are still school going. CBC has failed, and CBC should be done away with. It is a very good curriculum, but not in Kenya. Let it be practiced elsewhere. So walimu, asanteni sana. Nisizidi kutoka hapo, wanaweza ni abduct pale airport, lakini ni sawa tu, hakuna shida. Asanteni. Mheshimiwa ameniambia ni explain